Hello, welcome to Worthy Wednesday. It is 6:15 on this good Wednesday evening. Today is July 23rd. Y'all, we are just 8 days away from the end of this month, and then we are starting August. And this entire year we've been talking about everyday miracles, and throughout these last 5 or 6 months together we have had some sidebars, and tonight I wanted to do another one. And it's not because I don't have things that I want to say or share with you concerning miracles, but I think the purpose of experiencing everyday miracles is knowing when the details that I fail to acknowledge every single day create the sidebar while the miracle occurred, right? So anyway, I want to talk to you about something that's really important to me. Okay, this is my Starbucks cup. Okay, I love this cup, and it's yellow, which also is my favorite color. Anyway, this cup broke. All right, it got dropped when I was at the Bible study, and it dropped and it broke, right? It even cracked on the inside. Y'all see that? Oh my God, it makes me very, very sad. Anyway, I love this cup. Okay, last year all my students were like, Miss Copeland, is your favorite color yellow? Duh. I even have a yellow bag that I took to school every day that my daughter gave to me. Anyway, so y'all, I wanted to talk about change, right? Now, I'm going to tell you that I didn't even start using this cup until I was going to work every day, because I had a different cup that I would use and take when I was serving at a church. And when I got this cup, I was like, oh, I'm going to save it because I really liked it, right? And it's a great way to get your water intake. If you don't drink enough water in the day, you better get your life, because you should be drinking plenty of water. Anyway, so this cup, you know, if you know anything about Starbucks, when you purchase cups from them, each store has different items there, so you're not going to find the same thing at every location. You might find similar things, but probably not the same thing. Coffee for sure, but you know, merchandise, they do it on purpose. They do not have a warehouse that they sell out of, because they specifically target people buying more things, right? Anyway, a genius tip if you want to start a business. I digress from that. Anyway, I was very distraught when this cup was broken, like distraught. Okay, so the person that broke it for me, they said, I'm gonna buy you a new one. I was like, no, it's fine, right? But low key, it wasn't fine. Okay, it wasn't fine, because I was very, very distraught that this cup was broken. So anyway, fast forward to probably 3 or 4 weeks after that, I went to visit my baby for her birthday, and she called me, actually, I guess 2 or 3 nights before I went there, and she said, Mommy, I got you something. And I was like, oh, okay, great. So she was like, I was going to surprise you, but now I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you. It's a new cup. Okay, now it's not yellow, but it's a new cup. You guys, I was so thrilled that I was going in a few days to see her. Not because I was going to see her, even though I enjoyed her immensely. I was more excited that I was getting a new cup, because this cup, not this cup specifically, but the size of cup, has become like a staple in my brain, right? I love this cup, not because I needed it, but because, first of all, it was yellow, but secondly, I was using this cup all the time to drink my water every day. I could drink 7 or 8 of these without flinching. I'm not lying. I still do that, right? And I was distraught, thinking that when I go to work, I'm not going to have a cup. Like, I was like, oh my God, my life, my life, my life, my life, my life. And I was very upset that this cup was broken, even though I got a new cup. And so, yes, ma'am. Okay. So I got this new cup, you guys, right? So I got this new cup, and I was very excited. Anyway, I have to go right now, but I'm going to keep talking to y'all. Sorry, I had to take it down. So I got this new cup, and I was very excited, because I thought about how exciting that I now have a new cup, and I'm going to be able to drink my water again. But this whole week that I was away, and I was with Gianna, and I was drinking from this new cup, I kept thinking about my yellow cup. Like, I can't lie, you guys. I was really still thinking about my yellow cup, because I love this cup, okay? I'm going to show you it, okay? I love this cup, even though it's broken, okay? But I love this cup because I thought, man, it's yellow. It's my favorite color, even though I have a new one. And I thought to myself how terrible it is for most of us in reallife.com that we do not want to change things. We do not want to change because I like what I like, and I want to keep liking it, and I'm upset if you want me to do something different. And I kind of chuckled at myself when I thought about this in reallife.com, because I said, Oh my God, are we the kind of people that preach about change, but actually we're lying when we say, oh yeah, change is easy, it's no big deal? You guys, we're lying. We don't like changing. I did not want to change cups, not because I couldn't get a different one, but because I thought, why would I change cups? I love this cup. Why don't you just keep letting me have this cup? And I have thought about this in relationship to my regular life, okay, y'all. And I keep thinking about it in relationship to my regular life because when I'm trying to learn about myself, bye brother, see you. Trying to learn about myself is how in the world can I actually process that I have experienced a miracle if I don't change what I'm looking at, if I don't change how I feel, if I don't change how I think, if I don't change how I speak. Like, you guys, I have really learned how important it is to know how good the Lord is. Like, I just learned that if I don't change who I am or understand that, then it's not going to make any difference. Anyway, I just wanted to tell, I just wanted to tell you guys that today that I learned how important it is to change things. Oh, thanks, Mr. How important it is to change things in order for you to experience what a miracle is really like. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this, okay? Now, this cup does exactly what I needed it to do. Okay, just like my other cup, it did. Okay, but what I learned is if I would not have embraced the change of it, I would still be mourning the other thing. So I'm really asking you, worthy women, like reallife.com, what have you not changed in your life? And you're still mourning that thing. Like, because honestly, if you are thinking about receiving or experiencing miracles every single day, that cannot happen if you won't change. Y'all, guess how sad I would be if I would have told Gianna, oh, I don't want that baby because it's not the cup that I had before. That's crazy talk. Like, change gives you things that you missed and it gives you things that are better. Now, obviously, I like this cup. It's cute because black is beautiful. But do I think about my yellow cup? I do think about my yellow cup. But I'm grateful that I got this new cup so I can still drink my water. Like, I changed my perspective and I got a miracle. Like, I'm so excited that I was able to experience a change in my life. And had I not been willing, y'all, this is what's crazy about this whole experience. I'm telling you, in your regular life, so many things happen and we do not experience them because we won't change it. I'm like, oh, I don't like that, so I'm not changing that. Oh, Kareet, you have a bad attitude. It's fine, you have a bad attitude also. I don't ever want to talk about me. I just want to talk about you and say, well, if you were really concerned about me and you really wanted to have a relationship with me, then you would change. Y'all, do you understand that change in a relationship doesn't require two people, it only requires one person? You know, as women, we know we can change the atmosphere wherever we go. I can go from yellow cup to black cup in less than a nanosecond. But we do not recognize that if we fail to change the atmosphere or the environment or the nurture or the communication or the words that I select, if we don't change that, y'all, we could damage people. But here we are complaining when people don't want to change for us. But I am not the one that wants to change for other people. Y'all, I am telling you, I've learned how important change is because of a cup. I've learned that. I could not wait to go see Gianna to get the cup. Not because I didn't already have cups at home to use a different one, because I was using a different cup even though I was depressed while I was using it. But I couldn't even be thankful that because that cup was no longer with me, I changed cups. Y'all, I could still get the water. How many times have you realized in your life, if you would have changed your attitude, you would have had a different experience? If you would have changed how you perceived other people, you would have had a different experience. We often base our own experience on other people. We want somebody else to do something before we are willing to do it. Y'all, that's crazy talk. But anyway, I'm just telling you because that's how we live. So I just wanted to tell you tonight how important change really is. Like, I understand that we say that we understand because we have children, we have nieces, we have nephews, we have relationships, we have all these things. But what we really don't talk about is how frequent change occurs. But what we should be talking about is why we haven't changed. Y'all, why haven't we changed? I need to know. I'm not really asking y'all. I'm asking myself, because I can tell you I haven't changed a lot of things because I want what I want, and I want how I like it, and I want when I like it. And do you know what's crazy is that we will blame other people when we are stuck in the same place. We are stuck in the same place. It's like when you go to your high school reunion. It's only like my 5th high school reunion. Oh my God, I just had to say that for myself to make myself laugh. Anyway, when we go to our high school reunion, and you know how people say, oh my God, you haven't changed a bit. Well, you've changed and I've changed. We change every single day. There is not a day that goes by in our life that change is not required. You cannot speak to people the way you spoke to them last night. You cannot look at people the way you looked at them yesterday. You cannot roll your eyes the same way you rolled them on Tuesday. You have to change. My dad used to say, when he was preaching back in the day, he used to say, when you change, you grow. And I used to get so mad because he would try to say that to me, and I'd be like, excuse me, we are not a church. Do not preach to me, Brother Leroy. But it is the truth. When you change, you grow. And you're not growing for other people, y'all. You're growing for yourself. Anyway, I just want to tell you that the cup has changed me. Like, y'all, this has changed my life, because I realized how instant I can get attached to something that doesn't really add any value to my life, but what I can assign the value of that thing is what changes me, right? If the value is, and I'm just going to tell you what the value is for me, is getting my water intake. That's really why I was using that cup, because it helps me get my water intake. But I thought if I didn't have it anymore, I still couldn't do the thing I needed to do. So I wonder what happens if we think, well, if we change our mind, are we really going to still be who we need to be? No, you're not. You're going to be better. You're going to be better if you change your mind. If you don't always roll your eyes, you'll be better. And your eyes will function better, because then you won't be rolling them all the time, right? You know how, like, when you were growing up, your mom would say, if you roll your eyes, they're going to get stuck. Anyway, but I'm just telling you, change changes you. You guys, change. The growth is for you. That's what makes it so good. You're not petty anymore. Okay, let that marinate. You're not going to be mean. You're not going to be rude. You're not going to be ugly, because change changes you. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to say that. So if you think you haven't seen a miracle in your life, it's because you haven't changed. I'm just going to tell you right now, you haven't changed, so you can't see anything else. You only see the things that you want to see out of your perspective, because you don't want to change, because it's too much work. Anyway, take it from me in my brand new cup, that I love it. And I'm excited. And if I get a new yellow cup, do you guys know what I'm going to do? Nothing. I'm going to be so excited, but I'm going to recognize that maybe I have to bless somebody else with that yellow cup, because the same way I finally decided to get over the cup being broken, not even 24 hours later, a miracle. Y'all, imagine what would happen if we changed our mind. Anyway, that's all I got to say. I love y'all. I hope you're having a great, worthy Wednesday, and I hope you change. See ya.